We do not own the rights to this, but fly, Eagles, fly.
I don't know why you had to do that this morning.
Might as well start off in a good note, I guess, for Eagles fans.
And a good note for Eagles fans is a bad note for the rest of America.
At least for the Washington Commander fans, right?
I don't know a lot of people that like the Eagles. I feel like most people generally dislike them.
I can't say either way on that. But we do know that in this house, he's a Commanders fan. And
I will be rooting for the Chiefs in Super Bowl LIX. 59?
And I don't know how many people will be rooting for the Chiefs. I think your disdain for the Eagles, I think, is turned over to the disdain for the Chiefs.
The people who will be rooting for the Chiefs are Chiefs fans, Cowboys fans, Giants fans, and Commanders fans. And that's it.
And Taylor Swift fans.
Yes.
They too will probably be involved in that. Swifties, as it were. They're calling it the chance for a Chiefs Pete.
Yes. I'm rooting for it. Let's make history.
So I was thinking that today that we would have a trimmed beard. When is this going to take place now? Because you said as soon as the Commanders are done. Last night, apparently, you were too distraught to put a razor to your face.
I'll probably get to it today after this.
Okay. We need video of this.
You want me to take a video of me shaving my face?
Yeah, so we see it happen on reels and everything all the time. Put your camera in selfie mode and go at it.
We'll see.
I think that'd be cool.
We'll see.
I'll even let you borrow a tripod.
I have a tripod.
Do you? Okay. All right. Hi, and welcome to the program. It is January 27th of 2025. I'm Dan Ramey. He is Aaron Glandon, a.k.a. Mr. Commander. Or to be Captain Commander.
I don't know. It's a dumb name.
Right now, he's just distraught. We'll push on. We have important things to share with you. One of those most important is in the village of Waverly. They've got some water issues today. We'll tell you about here shortly, so stick close for that. But first, we want to start with a look at our forecast. And weather for you today, sunshine to start the week. Temperatures to reach around 38 today. We have cloud cover overnight. Low temperatures around 28 degrees. And then for Tuesday and Wednesday, sunshine returns yet again, warming up to 43 and 46 respectively. Let the thaw begin. I know we had some thawing over the weekend, but still it was, 17 degrees, I think, when I woke up this morning. And it looks like we're finally going to get pushed into the 20s and 30s on a regular basis, a little more back to normal, I think. But we do have one major event that occurred on this date in history we'll share with you coming up in just a moment as well.
That's true.
But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. If you are in need of a dumpster for cleanup, maybe it's storm damage, maybe it's you're cleaning out a rental home, or whatever the case may be, you need a dumpster, they can help you. 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
If you have needs for a chiropractor, why not try Haynes Total Healthcare Center? I know a number of people have. In fact, they see about 50,000 patients a year. That's absolutely incredible. If you want to find out more about them, click on this ad at littermedia.com, and it takes you right to their website, which is hayneshealth.com. Well, look at news for you today. A lot of this is the up-to-date quick stuff we're doing on our social media today, sharing information from out of Waverly City. The Waverly City Council has declared a state of emergency, and all of Waverly and its water customers are under a do-not-use order for any purposes until further notice. They had some water lines break last night. This is when I discovered it. It was late yesterday. And so they sent this message out, and they don't want you to use the water because what water is being used is helping the water company fix the lines. So this is critical users such as hospitals, nursing homes, and dialysis centers. They are excluded from the order. But everybody else, do not use the water in Waverly until it is fixed. Now, if you want to find out more, simply go to the Facebook pages of the Waverly Fire Department and the Waverly Police Department. They are keeping people up to date through that. And as you see in this image that we have shared on our Facebook page, if you really want to know what's going on in Waverly, you'll see that bottom line there. For those of you on radio, you can't see this, but it has a one call as a service that you can sign up for. And when something happens in Waverly of widespread importance like this, you'll get notifications. So if you want to go to our Facebook page, you will find that link right there on the page. Waverly City Schools have already dismissed for the day. I was kind of surprised that they were even going to school today, considering the water issues, but they decided to make that call earlier this morning. Now, yesterday marked the 47th anniversary of the unforgettable blizzard of 1978, with wind gusts exceeding 100 miles per hour and a wind chill of minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Cleveland.
Wow.
That faced one of its most devastating natural disasters. What you see here is from the Dayton Daily News, and this is a picture of a couple trying to find their car. I know this seems hard to fathom, but
it's completely under the snow.
There are a number of people still alive, such as Mike Smith and myself, who lived through this and can attest to it, that yes, we had snow like this. To explain to some of this, the back roads in Pickaway County where I lived, they were going with front-end loaders, and they were scooping up the snow and putting it on the side of each side of the road.
Right.
25 feet high walls of snow.
Wow.
We got, when we were able to be passable on these roads, we got into the station wagon. I remember my grandma was riding with us, and she was like, my lands. She just couldn't get over it. It was like you were driving through a snowbank.
Yeah.
But it was a weird time. We had blizzards in 77 and 78. I remember living up on 104 as a kid. Of course, that part of Pickaway County is mostly flat. And the state patrol, or not state patrol, but the state brought road graders through to push the snow out of the way. They couldn't use a snow plow.
Yeah.
They brought in road graders to make this happen. And the Ohio National Guard was put into enforcement and everything, too, to help people that were stranded. My dad had a generator, and we had a trailer park right across from our house. And he was busy throughout the blizzard going and helping people with their frozen water pipes and things like that. You know, he was like the mayor of Skunk Holler at the time, going through helping everyone. But to give you a little more detailed information here, towering snowdrifts of over 25 feet stranded nearly 6,000 people on Ohio's roadways. The lowest barometric pressure recorded in Ohio during the 1978 blizzard was 28.28 inches of mercury in Cleveland. This was the lowest pressure ever recorded in Ohio, and one of the lowest non-tropical pressure readings in the continental United States.
Wow.
It makes you wonder, what did we do to deserve this? You talk about global warming issues. Yeah, this happened back in the late 70s, and we were all kind of scratching our heads. 51 people tragically lost their lives, and the storm caused more than $100 million in damage, prompting Governor James A. Rhodes at the time to call it the greatest disaster in Ohio history.
Wow.
The last remnants of the snow didn't melt until May 5th. Again, that image of the people trying to find their car
From January 26th.
was from January 26th.
Wow.
So yeah. Then we had another blizzard in 83. It was crazy. We've not seen snow like that for a long time, and I hope to never see it again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. The Hocking Hills Stories of Nature and History movie premiere will be held on Wednesday, February 19th at the Logan Theater and Community Arts Center. Viewers will see the beauty of the Hocking Hills, the stunning natural gorges, waterfalls, rock formations, and more. This event is free and open to all, but a side note, seating is on a first-come, first-served basis.
Yeah.
Doors open at 6:30 that day.
You want to make sure you get there to be able to see that. If you've never seen it in the wintertime, we've got a YouTube video on our YouTube channel that I shot 5 years ago, and stunning beauty. And this picture, for instance, behind us, this is actually from Pike County, and that, of course, is Yoctangi Park. Also from the Hocking Hills, a couple of weeks ago, they had their 59th annual winter hike. Nearly 2,000 people participated in that, 1,871 total participants.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Braving the temperatures and seeing the beauty. Now, I will tell you that Hocking Hills State Park has issued, again, everything is ice covered. All of their walkways, everything. And you have to wear the proper footwear. So you just can't put on.
Wear your Crocs.
Yeah, you can't wear your Crocs going through there. You'll want to wear hiking boots. And they also have the, when I was there, they had tracks. You can buy these at their gift shop in the state forest there. And you just slip them over the bottom of your shoes, and that gives you grip to be able to walk through there. But stunning beauty, it really is. But again, dress properly, and you want to make sure you have the proper footwear.
Yeah. ODOT District 9 is seeking public comments on a slide repair project in Ross County. The proposal would perform a slide repair project on US 35 at the 23.67 mile mark to install a 350-foot sheet pile retaining between US 35 and the Scioto River. The project is located in a rural area of Scioto Township.
Now, I looked this up on Google Maps last night, and it was showing me it was close to the roadside rest on 35 south of Richmonddale, according to Google Maps. But the information we received from ODOT says in a rural area of Scioto Township. I don't think that's Scioto Township. More like it might be Jefferson Township. So again, I just throwing that out there, but it's at the, if you find the 23-mile marker, you'll know what we're talking about. And you can find a job at a job fair coming up March 4th from 3 until 5 p.m. This is on South Pickaway Street up in Circleville. You can join family self-sufficiency with the Pickaway Metropolitan Housing Authority, where you begin working and start saving the money that HUD provides for participating. Rules apply, but you can ask anyone. It's an amazing program, so you can learn more by clicking on this on our Facebook page. Take you right where you need to go. That's a look at beneficial news you can use today. Again, the water issues in Waverly, don't use the water. That is a command from the, and not a request, it's a command from the Waverly Fire Department and Waverly Police Department until they can get those water issues fixed. Sports is on the way in just a moment. Some special things happened over the weekend. We'll share next. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you happen to have a water line break in your home, you want to know how to get it fixed as quickly as you can, give Accurate a call. They can take care of that. Or if your heating goes out during this weather, they can help you as well. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you to AccurateHVAC.com.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Dixie Chopper, speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Our thoughts are with the folks at Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau. Over the weekend, Melody Young and Christy Simmons were on assignment. They were over in Pittsburgh at a travel show, and they were eating dinner the other night, and Christy had to use the Heimlich maneuver on Melody. You talk about a scary situation.
Wow.
But they made it okay. Everything's fine. And then I was seeing again, and Gene Betts, who was left back here running things, he had a health issue over the weekend. So pray for our folks at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's a staff of 3, and they all, well, two-thirds of them had emergencies over the weekend. Wow. So our thoughts are certainly with them. Good folks. I like them. They're part of our family. Time for sports. We're going to start with Circleville High School. Had a chance to exchange texts with this guy the other day, Jay Sharrett. He is a 1984 Circleville graduate. Went on to coach at Whitehall Yearling. This was back when Chillicothe was playing Whitehall in the OCC. From there, he ends up going to Pickerington. When Jack Johnson left as Pickerington's coach to become Watkins Memorial's coach, I believe Jay was named the new coach at Pickerington Central at the time. He went on to win 17 OCC championships.
Wow.
He's won 2 state championships. He's had 3 state runners-up. And he is retired from teaching, and he's taking the job at Circleville. He's coming home. Mid-State League has been placed on notice.
Yeah. Wow.
But if you didn't read the story from the weekend, I had mentioned to him, Bloom Carroll and Amanda Clear Creek, Logan Elm, and Hamilton Township, they've been pretty much the cock of the walk here the last 15 years or so in the Mid-State League Buckeye Division. And he said, we're going to do what we can, basically, to compete with those well-established programs.
Yeah.
So good luck to Jay Sharrett. And I told him, I said, this is difficult because as a Taze Valley guy, I never say this, but I'm actually happy for the Circleville football fans to see this happen. His mom and dad lived on Court Street, just north of downtown. And I remember driving through there during the football season and seeing a purple flag with a white paw on it. And I couldn't figure out why. I thought, why is that here in Circleville? And Lou Postage, who worked with us at the radio station, he taught, or is still teaching, at Pickerington Central, with Jay Sharrett. And he said, oh, that's Jay's mom and dad's house. And that flag flies during the football season because of their son. Now they can hoist on Friday nights a red and black tiger paw for Circleville and feel pretty good about it. He said, yeah, mom and dad's pretty happy for my family and me coming back. So congratulations to the Circleville Tigers and to mom and dad of Jay Sharrett. All right, in other sports.
Huntington cross country and track and field coach Jeff Magill has been honored at the Ohio Association of Track and Field and Cross County Coaches Clinic banquet by receiving the 2024 OHSAA Sportsmanship, Ethics, and Integrity Award for boys track and field.
Saw Jeff Thursday night at the Huntington basketball game. We were there to broadcast, and he was running around taking care of the junior high games that were going on there. And didn't know that this happened, but congratulations to Jeff Magill. Ross Christian Academy's Gabe Bevan hit the 1,000 career point mark and also broke the RCCA all-time scoring record by scoring 42 points. Congratulations, Gabe. 42 points is the standard for Chillicothe High School also. Kevin Brown. No, not Kevin Brown. This is horrible. Doc Brown. Not Doc Brown.
From Back to the Future?
Not from Back to the Future. But he was a dentist. He held the mark. And Billy, I can see Billy's face
Billy
in
Crystal?
front of me right now. Not Billy Crystal. Not, this is horrible. These things happen as you get older. But probably shouldn't even open my mouth on it. But Billy Schmieder scored 42 points.
There you go.
And they hold these school record at Chillicothe High School. You'd have thought with all those points that Anthony Humpty Hitchens scored, he might, but the most he scored was 39.
He almost got there.
But he also got a state championship as well. Hecky Thompson night was extra special. Of course, they had a lot of players back, but one of the players on this year's team is Kam Janes, and he nails this three-pointer 3 minutes and 44 seconds into the second quarter. He had 19 points at that point. He finished with 36 on the night.
Wow.
But congratulations to Kam Janes. He was our player of the week here just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And we'll see him tomorrow night as Eastern takes on Western. That'll be at Latham. A lot of the folks that you might see in this, you may recognize. The Corcoran family is part of his family, and there's a bunch of them that he's walking up to right there right now, giving hugs and everything. You can see Mike Corcoran there, along with, I think Paul Corcoran ran into him the other night too. And so big night in Latham at a Western High School. Now, Hecky Thompson had about 30 players back. Hecky's no longer with us, but on the wall that you'll see here, if I don't remember if I went wide enough there, but they retired a jersey for him. That jersey is it's right behind the basket. There you see all the 1,000-point scorers. There's another one missing there, Drew Hagee, who is on this year's team. He also scored 1,000 points. Did it this year.
But not in the same game.
Not in the same game, no. But when you go to Western High School now and you look on the wall back behind where the student section is right there, you'll see a white shirt with a tie, and it's in loving memory of Henderson Hecky Thompson, which is also Coach Doug Williams' grandfather. So he is continuing the legend at Western. So congratulations to them.
A lot of other high school basketball was on tap over the weekend, and you can find all of these scores on our Litter Media score page. If you go to littermedia.com, hover over score or sports, and then click on high school scores, you will see all of these results and more as games are played, and Mike Smith updates them in almost real time.
You're right. He does do that. Litter Media Radio has 3 broadcast games this week, and it starts tomorrow night, as I mentioned, down in Latham. Then Thursday, we'll be up at Circleville, Fairfield Union, taking on the Tigers in boys basketball. And then Friday, it'll be a battle for the SVC lead as Unioto travels to St. Trace.
Sorry, I was yawning.
You all right over there?
Yeah. Brandon Knoll has his...
You just couldn't get enough sleep after that. Like, what time did you go to bed?
Probably around midnight. And then I slept until 9:48.
He was a miserable soul after that game. We'll tell you about more in just a moment.
Brandon Knoll tallied his 5th double-double of the season with 15 points and 12 rebounds as the Wright State Raiders led wire-to-wire in Saturday's 67-50 win over Detroit Mercy.
The OSU women were in action yesterday on the road in Nebraska. They defeated the Cornhuskers 72-66. They're now 18-1. And they'll host Washington next Sunday. The OSU men host Iowa tonight. That's an 8 o'clock coverage beginning on Fox Sports 1, FS1, I think they call it.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've hit a recent bump in the road. After starting the season so strong, they've lost 3 in a row as of Saturday. They lost to the Houston Rockets 135-131. They host Detroit tonight, so let's hope they get back on track.
Yeah, get back in that home cooking. We'll see what happens there. The Columbus Blue Jackets edge the Kings Saturday night, 3-2. The Blue Jackets will travel to Las Vegas Thursday night. You know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's true.
Unless the Blue Jackets win, and we'll tell you about it right here. And the Super Bowl is all set after the Eagles thumped Washington badly, 55-23. The Chiefs took Buffalo 32-29. 3 straight appearances by the Kansas City Chiefs in a rematch of Super Bowl 57 in 2023.
I mean, when the Commanders fumble the ball 3 times and the Eagles get it every time and score a touchdown from it, it's hard to win a game like that.
I sent Aaron a text yesterday to see how he was doing. When I turned it on, because we finally watched Gladiator 2 yesterday.
Oh, was it any good?
I liked it. But I figured out that way early on, and I don't want to give it away, but I figured out what the key was to everything early in the movie. And I told Missy, I said, you watch, this is the case. Turned out to be the case. But at any rate, I texted Aaron, it was 14-12 at the time. And that's when I started watching. And then within like 20 seconds, they were ahead by 2 scores. I thought, what the heck?
Yeah, there was a point where it was 30-some to 12. And Jaden Daniels last time he had touched the ball, it was a 2-point game.
Yeah.
We just could not get the ball in his hands. We couldn't keep our defense off the field. And that was what did us.
I saw one shot of Jaden over on the sideline, had his parka over top of him, had his toboggan on and everything, and he's sitting there like, this ain't nothing. We'll get it back.
Yeah.
And then they managed to get the field goal before halftime, and I thought, okay, maybe it's not over.
We made it an 11-point game again. And at that point, I was feeling okay about it. Yeah. And then Austin Eckler fumbled the football and gave him a touchdown.
That's why he's no longer with the Chargers. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. All right, this date in history is coming up in just a moment. 1988. No, let's go 100 years further back. 1888. Details are coming up.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. There's no bill when there's a fill. Did you know that, Dan?
I did know that, yes.
Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Time for this date in history, 1888. If you went to the dentist office or the doctor's office in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, you probably saw these magazines laying there in the waiting room. You don't see magazines as much anymore.
When I went to the dentist office, I see magazines.
Do you still?
Yeah.
Of National Geographic?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
National Geographic Society is incorporated on this date in 1888 in Washington, D.C. for, to quote here, the increase and diffusion of geographical knowledge. The 33 men who originally met and formed the National Geographic Society were a diverse group of geographers, explorers, teachers, lawyers, cartographers. I can't remember what a
cartographer?
Yes. What
they make maps.
They make maps. Thank you. I was thinking that was topography. But
no. I don't know what that is.
Military officers and financiers all got together to create this. And it's pretty cool. I, during the radio show days, did several interviews with photographers and people who were involved with publishing National Geographic. And, I mean, just stunning, absolutely stunning photography that you see in there. And I was looking on their website today. Some of their memberships started like $49.
Oh, wow.
So that's not too bad. I mean, of all the stuff we pay for year-long subscriptions and all, that's, and for the stuff that you would receive, very, very entertaining.
I remember in 5th grade in my science class, our teacher had a section of National Geographic magazines on her bookshelf, and I would look at those because I like to see the lions.
Lions, tigers, bears.
Yes.
All those.
Yeah.
And everything. Hey, thank you, Casey Wood. I see here that helped me remember Phil Brown. It's Dr. Phil Brown, who Kevin Brown, I think, was his great nephew, I think. And Kevin was a part of the 92-93 basketball team is going to be put into the Hall of Fame this weekend.
There you go.
So it'd be nice to get a chance to see him. I see Traffic Light Sports is weighing in a lot here today too.
We did get Saquon. When I had sat down and I saw us, we took 18 plays to get 3 points on our first drive of the game, and I was feeling okay. And then they handed the ball off to Saquon Barkley on their first play on offense.
See ya.
He went about 70 yards, got a touchdown. I knew I was in for a long night.
Kind of the same feeling that maybe some of the Notre Dame fans had last Monday night. You know, hear the Irish come out 18 plays in that opening drive, and they just muscle their way down through. I felt bad for the Leonard kid, the quarterback, because he was just spent. Yeah. I mean, I thought if Ohio State comes back, goes 3 and out, or goes down and scores quickly, he's going to have a long night.
Yeah. I think they said when he came off the field after that first drive, he went and threw up on the sideline.
Yeah,
Didn't they say that?
Yeah, yeah. And so football is a physical game.
Yeah.
It is that, but it's also a game of momentum. Man, if you get Mo on your side, look out for the opposition, or at least the opposition should look out for you. It's one way of looking at it, I guess. Let's see. We have one special edition coming your way this week. That will be with State Representative Mark Johnson's going to stop by this Thursday at 10 a.m. It'd be good to see him. I am not going to be here tomorrow or on Wednesday. Last week, I don't know if we mentioned this on the air or not, but two of my aunts passed away back to back. One on, I think, Thursday. The other was on Friday. And they were Mom's last 2 siblings. And so tonight's the viewing. And then tomorrow morning, during this broadcast, I'll be participating in the funeral service tomorrow. So I'll not be able to be here tomorrow for the show. And then the back issues I had back during the summertime, I talked to a doctor who's going to look at my back. The only opening he had was during this showtime this Wednesday. So going to have that taken a look at and everything. And this was at the suggestion of Haynes Chiropractic. So don't want people saying, oh, so they couldn't do anything for you, huh? No, that's not the case. They took fantastic care of me, but we're trying to avoid surgery. And this doctor is possibly going to help me with that. So
yes.
That's probably a little too much information that you needed to know, but I'm just explaining why I won't be here for the show the next couple of days.
So I'll be here.
You'll be here.
Will Mike Smith. Mike Swift.
You got Taylor Swift on your mind, right? Is that the deal?
I don't know what happened there. I wasn't thinking about Taylor Swift.
Shake it off, Mike. Shake it off. Tomorrow, they're back with you again here on another edition of Litter Media Live. Thanks to those of you listening live on Litter Media Radio. And by the way, I won't be here for the show, but I will be there for Eastern Western tomorrow night. And that will be also on Litter Media Radio. So until then, enjoy the rest of your Monday. And go Eagles.
No.